What's up guys? On today's video we're going to be scanning the door of a 2016 Toyota Corolla. Let's go ahead and jump straight into it. What you're seeing here is me beginning to cut the old door skin panel off of the door shell, and all I'm doing is grinding the edges of the door shell. This is the continuation of the video of my previous one, actually, the one that I seam sealed the edge of the door. This is the door skin, like I said, and the other one was just a door shell replacement. And I went ahead and picked up my bigger grinder so I can go ahead and speed up the process and get this door skin cut off a lot faster. Once I got all the edges grinded down, I came to the inside where the window and the belt molding meet, and I grind the door shell here, or the door skin. Then, as you can see, if it's properly grinded, you can just run a flathead or a screwdriver or whatever and just lift it up. And that's what I do all around the edge of the panel. And now I'm separating my door skin from the door shell itself. All the panel bond, the factory panel bond that it has behind it, has to come off. Over here you can see how much seam sealer they jam into this corner, since the door shell and the door skin have a gap from factory. They have to seal that up so water doesn't get in there. Even from factory, cars have their defects. Then I grinded down a few spot welds that it has on the top, on the back side, or the front side, I'm sorry. And I just picked up my cutoff wheel and I grinded it down.
And it won't go, in case you don't know.
Then it was just time to pull the old skin apart from the door shell, and off it goes. After I remove my old skin, now it's time to prep my panel, my door shell, to get it ready to install my new door skin on there. So all I'm doing is cleaning up the old panel bond from the edge of the door shell, getting it all cleaned up, all nice, all bare metaled up, ready to go. Then I go ahead and blow it off and clean it up so I can get a nice clean surface whenever I start adding my new material on here. It can adhere better. The same goes for the backside of the door shell. I have to clean up the old seam sealer so I can have a nice clean surface for my new panel, because the backside is also going to be getting some new seam sealer. I decided to just go ahead and get a razor blade and lift this up. Since it was so thick, it was taking me too long to cut it down with the purple wheel, and this worked a lot faster. And then I just went back, and after I lifted up the seam sealer, I used the purple wheel since there was less seam sealer. As you can see, they're pretty generous with their seam sealer from the factory line. Now I'm just beginning to prep my new door skin. I went ahead and cleaned up the edge of the door skin, got it all cleaned up, bare metal, and I applied some panel bond, and now I'm just spreading the panel bond evenly so I can get a nice clean leveled surface. I also apply panel bond on my door shell. I do the door shell and the door skin, and I spread it nice and even so we can cover up all the bare metal and get a nice thick coat of panel bond. Then I went ahead and grabbed some gloves because once I place this, there's going to be some excess of panel bond that's going to seep out of the edges, but all of that gets cleaned up and removed. Now I just go ahead and grab a wood block and my door skin hammer, and I begin folding the edges of the door skin onto the door shell so I can permanently place my door skin onto the door shell.
You want a wall, motherfucker?
I prefer to use a wood block over a metal dolly because when I am striking the door skin, the metal one tends to bounce, and in my opinion, I believe it's causing more damage in the back that you have to come back and clean up after you've already installed the new door skin. So with a wood block, it handles the blows, and when it bounces, it's not as heavy as the metal dolly itself. So that's what I think. In my opinion, I feel like that works better and less cleanup. whenever I come back and make sure that my door skin is nice and flat on the other side once I'm done folding the edges over. But that's pretty much it, guys. After this, I'm just going to clean up all the excess panel bond and sand down this back part here and add my new seam sealer, and of course pre-fit my door and do the body work on the rear door. But I didn't get to do the rear body work on the dog leg because my wife went into labor and I had to leave a few jobs behind, including the Mustang. So this is pretty much where it ends. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below, and I'll see you guys around for more.
Got the doors on there.
Nah, it's just the body work on the dog leg and the rocker and off the paint.